sports with Owen Sebring.
Coach Jake and the Panthers have certainly gotten something figured out in Cedar Falls. Since starting the season with 5 wins and 8 losses in the 2022 portion of the year, the Panthers have now gone 5-1 since the calendar turned over to 2023. They've won 6 of their last 7 overall, right now sitting in 3rd place in the MVC standings. Every game's been a fight for this young squad. Panthers are blowing the doors off the Beacons early in the second. Michael Dubuque goes up and under to give the purple and gold a 47-28 lead. Titan Anderson, this guy shows up every night for the Panthers, a double-double machine. He leads the conference and another 17-10 tonight. Valpo's cutting to the lead a bit late in the half. Bowen Bourne, goodness gracious, he just roasts his defender and pops off with a 3-pointer. 18-point night for Bourne. 5 minutes left in the game. UNI's got a breakaway. Duax swinging the axe. Timber, he had 15 tonight. UNI never trailed over the final 35 minutes. An 11-point win in the McLeod Center. And the Cyclone women's team tonight, my goodness, just no mercy on the Horned Frogs. Down with Hypno-Toad in Fort Worth. City High's Ashley Jones with 19 points and 14 boards. Former Hawkeye Tomi Taiwo, the transfer to TCU, has 2 points and 2 rebounds. 40-point margin of victory is Iowa's biggest win in a Big 12 game in 22 years. Another red-hot team right now are the Wartburg women, winners of 7 straight. They have yet to lose in the conference, taking on the UD Spartans in Dubuque. Second half, Taylor Runshie pierces the zone. She goes to the corner for Macy Harris, who knocks it down 36-19, the Berg. The Spartans had some success behind the arc. Kathleen Matthias hits the tray ball at the top of the key. But ultimately, this was Wartburg's night. Late third quarter, the Knights proven to be the better swordsmen than the Spartans. Maggie Wilkins cutting through the defense. The Knights now take a 20-point lead. Coach Bob Amsbury making this team look like a well-oiled machine, swinging the ball around the horn. This one ends up in the hands of Brittany Young, who drills a 3-pointer. Sarah Faber had 25 points tonight, and Wartburg beats Dubuque by 26, extending their win streak to 8. There's exactly 1 month remaining in the Iowa women's basketball season, and with their win over Ohio State on Monday night, the Hawkeyes have pulled into a 3-way tie for first place in the Big Ten, alongside the Buckeyes and Indiana. 9 games left on the schedule. 4 of them will be against ranked teams, but the Hawkeyes are clicking right now. Since starting the season 5-3, Iowa's ripped off 11 wins over the last 12 games. Naturally, Caitlin Clark is the catalyst for this team, and her impact can be felt everywhere this team goes.
Well, I don't think the opponents like her too much, but the opponents' fans, I definitely see that kind of rock star status. I mean, there's, kids from the opposing team that have Caitlin Clark posters and asking her for autographs, and they're wearing Ohio State or Michigan State things, and yet they're, fans of Caitlin Clark. And I think that's why our attendance has been so good on the road as well, as people want to see her play. She's an exciting player.
It's like a home crowd almost at a lot of away places, and it's cool to see Hawk fans everywhere we go. And Caitlin does bring in a lot of fans, and I think that's really cool and like something super special that she brings to this team and this program and to women's basketball throughout this nation. And so it's really fun to be able to play in loud crowds everywhere we go.
After their upset of Ohio State on Monday, the Hawkeyes have a few more days off before returning to the floor this Saturday at noon at home against Nebraska. On Monday against OSU, Caitlin Clark dropped her second triple-double of the season and the 8th of her career. Clark now stands alone as the Big Ten's career leader in triple-doubles in both men's or women's basketball. And across both genders, Caitlin is 4th all-time in NCAA history. I have a hard time seeing her reach Sabrina Ionescu's all-time record of 28, but certainly a good chance to get to 2nd all-time, maybe even this season. Today, Iowa State alum and 49ers rookie Brock Purdy was named one of 3 finalists for the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year award. Purdy, who was the last pick in the last spring's NFL draft, the most abundantly relevant Mr. Irrelevant in NFL history. Just 9 games played between the regular season and the playoffs. Purdy has thrown 16 touchdowns and just 4 interceptions, not a single INT in 2 playoffs games. Now he has a chance to be named the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's for sports tonight. We're going to be right back with a final look at your weather.